Hello people, today I'm going to make a Cinema 4D animation tutorial. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Okay, anyways, if you don't know the basics such as the 3D text, the light, and the planes, go watch my other tutorial that I made earlier, which will be on your screen right now. Okay, anyways, the first thing you're going to do after you've done all this, and yeah, okay, anyways, first thing you're going to do is add a camera, which is under the light tab, which makes no sense, but anyways. And after that, you're going to go to the cameras tab, which is right above the preview screen, and then there'll be a drop down menu, obviously, and then go to scene cameras and click on camera. So now it's all, yeah, easier, I guess. So say you want it to, well, first you're going to drop a keyframe, which is the one all the way to the left. You can do the auto keyframes, but that just doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? It has its own mind, basically. So, well, first you're going to drop a keyframe wherever you want, like if you want it all the way back there or whatever. So I'm going to make it so the camera's all the way over here. Drop a keyframe. And then let's say at 50 I want it to be back where it was. So it's zooming in. And I'll drop another keyframe. So now it looks like this. Woohoo, zoom in, yay. Okay then, so let's say that, let's go back to the first one, that I want the text to be all the way off the screen, so I'm zooming in on nothing basically. So I'll click the first text, or the one on the bottom, and then you shift click and select the other one. So basically you just select both of them. Now you move them without having to move both of them at the same time. So there will be no keyframes on it after you selected it if you are on camera when you started dropping keyframes. So anyways, you're going to drag this all the way off the screen and then drop keyframe. And let's say at 50 you want it to be on the screen again. That way you zoom in and blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Actually, alright, let's drop another keyframe at 50 so it stays where it is, and then at, I don't know, 75 it will zoom back in, or slide back in, I guess. So now it looks like this. Zoom in, yay, cool. I'm looking at nothing. What am I looking at? Okay, now tutorial's here. And it will look like this if you've done all your stuff correctly. So that's just basic animation. You can do a lot more stuff. Advanced, I'll probably come out with a tutorial for advanced after. But, well, depending on if I can, time, job, blah blah blah. Okay, so now for the rendering part, well, the most important thing is if you want it to be a quick render and you don't really care about like bajillion awesome, super awesome quality, and just decent or pretty good, you're going to change the light mode, the shadow mode that is, to make sure it's on shadow map soft. If you want it to take longer, it will be on area. Well, no one wants it to take longer, but if you want it to look better, the shadow should be on area. So anyways, so for rendering, you're going to go to the render settings, which there should be like 4 of these little thingies, and this is just preview, and then this is actual render, and this is render settings. So you're going to click on that. And for general, full render, obviously, output, the width is 1280, the height is 720. Resolution, it doesn't really matter, but don't put it like 400,000, but keep it like 70 to 90, something like that. And the frame range, that's editable, I guess, not edible, but editable. Well, it depends, okay? So say your intro is 200 frames, so it'll put from 0 to 200, common sense. And then you'll go to save, and file, you'll just save wherever file you want it to be saved at, and the file name, whatever. I just put tutorial because it's a tutorial. And then format, make sure it's AVI movie, and then go to options and change the compressor will be Microsoft RLE or something like that. You're gonna change that to Intel okay, and then click OK. And multiplex, leave that alone, and I don't know how to say that. You leave that alone if you want. I'm not sure what it does, but whatever. And then options. See, it should be 15 by 6 by 15, but I changed it to 525. And level of detail used to be 100%. Global brightness used to be 100%. I just deffed it down a little bit so it will go faster. So 525 90 90. It's so like the intro that I'll have right now will take about like 5 minutes to render. While if you had all the settings boosted up to like the max and the light was on area, it would take about 13 hours. So yeah, big difference. So after you're done with that, you're just going to click the little orange one thing and it will start rendering. Render region or whatever, just double click it. And look, it's rendering now. Woohoo! Okay, no, I don't want it to. Okay, so yeah, that was my tutorial. I know I went fast, I'm sorry. You can just pause it whenever you want, and if you don't understand a word I'm saying, it's because of my mic. My mic is cheap and I need a new one. Okay, so peace off.